if I'm in a rush, I'll use liquid. Or if I don't want something really on my face, I'll use liquid. But I love cream. That's my shit. That's my jam. So I use Maybelline Matte Poreless Fit Me foundation. I use number 355 and 330. So I use 355 for my overall, and 330 I use to highlight my face. That's it. If I have black circles underneath my eyes, which today I don't, then I would go in and correct it, but I don't, so I'm gonna skip it. So I'm going to start, and I like to build where I need the coverage rather than just put a lot on my face. I don't like doing that. I use a little bit at a time. So this is 330. And this is just for me. If it was my client, I don't do this, y'all. I don't. I do something a little. When I have my client, like when I have a makeup model, then I will go ahead and do another video so you can see what I do. But I do different techniques. So right now I'm just blending it out with a fully damped beauty blender. This is a professional one. So you can get these in bulk, so like 10 in a pack. 5, I think they come in 5 in a pack and also 10 in a pack. So I blend until I don't see any demarcation line, and I take my time because who the hell is in a rush? So yeah. Start low, and then I come up underneath my eyes. See, that right there is a lot, so I'm gonna carry that over to a different area of my face. I'll come back to that in a minute. So I am just distributing the product. Well, it's a lot for me. You can do as you please, but for me, that is a lot. And it's gonna make my face look very, very, in the center part, very wide, and that's not the look I'm going for at all. So yeah. So if I didn't have the skin prep down, this matte foundation would not adhere to my face the way it's doing now. So okay, so I'm gonna have some demarcation line because I don't have the overall foundations down yet. I just have the highlights down. So my skin's gonna look crazy until I have that overall foundation. So like my actual tone down. So anywho, I'm just spreading it out because it's gonna get covered. Alrighty, there's one. 330, is that 330? Shit. I would take both of them out. Okay, yeah. So next, same thing. I'm going in with the darker shade. Looks light this way, but it's not that light. So the darker shade, and I'm just applying almost like a contour, but not really. So I already started blending. I'm just bouncing that shade all over, mainly the edges where I didn't apply. So I like for my liquid foundations to mimic like it's cream. Going over my brow hairs, all that jazz. What that jazz is. So, and I like to take a step back to see what's going on. A primer potion, eyeshadow primer potion in the frown lines. So this helps for it to not crease in that line. It's the only thing that works. Yeah, but I didn't do it this time because I'm not going anywhere. It was called, but it's the Produi Natal Moisture Mist. That's what this is called. And the souffle is called Shea Souffle. So I'm just pressing my under eye area because your face naturally moves, and underneath your eyes is the most skin, I feel like, that moves a lot, and also your forehead. So I'm just going back over that before I set. Although this is mattifying, I can't talk today. Mattifying foundation, I can still move this around. So, and I'm just checking for demarcation lines. Now I'm going to use the Myrics, which I'm almost out. Myrics Evolution Powder. This is the translucent one, which is number 01. Tap my brush. This is the Crown C530. And I have my beauty blender in my hand, and I press into the skin. I do this one eye at a time. And I pat and roll. I don't bake. Because if you think of something dry landing on something wet, it immediately starts to set. So you don't need a bunch of powder to set an area. You just need a good amount so it doesn't move. That's it. You don't need a building amount of product to set your face. So I don't do that. And I like to keep it skin-like. I used to use a lot of powder and the beauty blender to do it, but it gives me like a cast of the area that I laid that powder down. So I don't do that anymore. Stopped doing that a long time ago. You live and you learn. And everything is a patting motion until every area is set. Because if it's not set and you over here swiping your life away, you will disturb the makeup.